Sagittarius, hi, how are you? I'm coming in, I'm having my coffee, and I'm going to pull some cards for your November general reading. Hope you guys are doing alright. Only generals, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. If you do like the reading, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell. And because I am going to be doing a new moon reading, I hope, coming up before the 4th of November, so you'll get notified when I put that in. And let's see, what else? Anything? Nope. Oh, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it and you come back to see me. And for you guys that have been here before, I really do appreciate it. Alright. Oopsie. Alright, what can we tell Sagittarius for November? What do the Saggies need to know for November? Saggies, November. Oops, card flipped over already. Get back in now. Okay. The Saggies need to know for November. Alright, we got the High Priestess. The Three of Swords. The Magician. The Ten of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. The Queen of Wands. The Nine of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. Alright, let's see what we can find out from this. I'll clarify with another deck. Alright. Oh, it looks like you start out the month, or in the recent past actually, I'm going to say with that. Recently in your past, you've started out with something like, or you were looking for something deeper, something like secrets that you're not aware of. So you're using a lot of your gut feelings and your intuition and what you could possibly realize why there was pain. You, in a situation, you were hurt. It doesn't always have to be like, you know, a breakup or that kind of heartache. But I feel like with the High Priestess, it's probably something in that lines because, you know, if it was another kind of loss, I mean, you probably wouldn't have to be going to look for reasons why. Possibly you could, but I feel like with this, it's like you're really looking for what is going on. Like why, whatever was happening, why did you end up getting hurt? And I feel like with this Magician energy, you know, you have what you need to be able to continue on from that situation. Like whatever the heartbreak was. And you have everything you need to move on, but maybe you're just feeling like you're still feeling kind of like raw about it. I do have in your present energy this Ten of Swords, but this is not like, this is more of an ending. Like, so it happened, yeah, you've acknowledged it, you felt it, and this is the end of it. So it's not going to get worse than this. So whatever you felt after this initial situation, it's not going to get worse. I mean, you can actually even see the horizon coming up in the background. So I feel like you probably moving on already because you have this Seven of Pentacles where you're growing something. And you know that if you keep pushing and you keep working at it, whatever it is, it's going to continue to grow. And there actually might be a situation where you see how he has these Six Pentacles up here on his little bush and he's got that one floating out. And I feel like sometimes with people, they'll look at something and say, well, okay, I did this. I grew this real good. But what can I do with this pentacle? Like, can I take something from this that I grew and I built and you know, I made it as healthy as it is. And can I take something from that and build onto something else? Can I go some other way with it? And with this Two of Swords energy popping up here, I'm kind of making me think that you might have that in mind. Like you want to look at this, you're going to think about it, you're going to say, okay, well, which way can I go? Am I going to, you know, is it going to be beneficial for me to try to build on something else? Or should I just stay with what's going on here? And so I feel like you have that, it feels like you might have that thought in mind. Oops. The Queen of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. That's interesting. All right, you have like, I feel like, wow. Okay, well, in this situation, this future, possible future area, I don't know if this is your family, this is, you know, relationships you're in, if one of them is the relationship that possibly just ended. I feel like you have people involved. And because you have this happy ever after kind of feeling. You know, like all your wishes are being fulfilled right now. It's not the 10, but it's 9. And you're well on your way. So whoever these people represent, are they a part of that? Like, is that the reason why you're feeling so content in your future situation? Because you are around people, you know, they love you, you love them, and you're feeling very content. Now, again, this does not have to be romantic. It could be platonic. You could have, you know, friends around you. It does not have to be females either. This can be male or female. This doesn't matter. I don't assign gender. So whoever's around you is making you feel very, very secure and comfortable and, you know, and loved. And, well, that's nice. Okay. Well, it's just very nice. But that's exactly what it is. Like they feel like almost not polar opposites, but they're very different people. If these are people, they're just very different people. So who you might, and then again, one of them could be you. Like one of them could be representing you. So if you have somebody, and you are somebody, but whatever it is that you're making you very happy, especially compared to whatever this was back here, that you felt like you needed to, you know, move on from. Let's see if we can get some kind of clarification. Let's see, what do we have for the High Priestess for Sagittarius? It's the High Priestess for Sagittarius. Got the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. All right, 8. That actually reminds something in the angel numbers, something really like infinity, or you might want to look that up. That's kind of cool. But I don't remember what it is right now. But I know it's good. But anyway, so, all right, so whatever you were working at, maybe whatever insight you were trying to get from that High Priestess energy, it was something that you wanted to work out really hard to figure out what was going on. And apparently you did, but it made things move a lot faster. And once they did, then, you know, you had to be able to deal with it and move on from it. This is Three of Swords. Page of Wands and Judgment. So, yeah, it seems like you got some insight in regard to something. Or something was brought to light, which it probably did, because, like I said, with the High Priestess, so whatever was unknown became known. And it could have been through messages, it could have been through something that you've heard, you know, somebody told you, something that you received messages about. But yeah, definitely you receive the insight and you're like, okay, well, I need to work with that. So that's where the Magician comes in, to see what can you do to keep manifesting what you need to once you got past that. The Six of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. All right, so I feel like you need balance. You were looking for balance in your situation and maybe in your continuing situation. And there might have been more communication coming on. And not the Page of Swords. I mean, this could be... It could be in regards to court proceedings, or it just could be just news of, you know, of what goes on. But you just need to find balance. The Nine of Cups and the Empress. Well, that's interesting, because you have on top of that Ten of Swords, where, you know, the ending was, it was done. Whatever was done. But then you have this feeling of contentment and things are working out and feeling kind of good. And this Empress energy, who's all about growth and making things bloom, I'd say. So whatever was going on here and you had an end, I'm wondering if this happy, joy feeling was already kind of in the works because of the Empress energy. Like it's not that new to you. I feel like you were already in the works of it. Now, not that you were like, I don't want to say anything like you were stepping out or nothing like that. I just feel like maybe if this is a friendship going on down here, maybe it was something that was just growing anyway and kind of building up. And what about the Seven of Pentacles? What's the Seven of Pentacles for Sagittarius? The Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands. Okay. Well, I figure whatever it is that you're doing that you were trying to build on and the decision that you're going to make, you're going to be recognized for it. Somehow, somewhere, maybe at your work, you know, with people you work with, or, you know, your business idea, you're definitely going to be recognized for it because you have like an idea. This is something it's all in your head, and you're going to try to make it happen if that's what you choose. And what about this Two of Swords energy? What about this Two of Swords for Sagittarius? Two of Swords. Knight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Well, that's me. So maybe you are getting some input about whatever decision that you're going to make. Now, this could be yours, Sagittarius. This could be your energy. It doesn't have to be, though. But it's also the energy of somebody who just wants to go. Doesn't want to, you know, stop and pause and, you know, think too much about whatever it is that's working its way in. You just want to go. You're like, have this feeling of, it's, you know, I got to go. I have to do whatever this is now because it's when it feels right to do it. And then you might be getting messages otherwise too, you know, just from, you know, people that are giving you ideas, maybe thinking, okay, well, why don't you try it this way, or why don't you try it that way? Would this be better for you? I mean, this could be messages of friendship or love, something like that, but I feel like right there, right now, that's like all about you building up something that you wanted to work on, that you were planning on making more of. Let's see what this Queen of Wands. Yeah, that's true. It's Queen of Wands and it's Queen of Cups. The Wands could be you, but it doesn't have to be a queen. Yeah, it's male or female. That is your energy. The Magician and the Queen of Pentacles. So, if I'm feeling this as people, it's certainly a stable, grounded energy of some, you know, that's how they're putting, that's the energy that they have. And again, if it's you, it's the energy that you have. Whereas you're trying to manifest something, make something come about. As far as, well, I feel like you're doing that through this whole thing. You're just trying to like make something come out of something. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not even like something coming out of nothing. Something just building on to make it more. So that might be what's involved. This Nine of Cups. Well, it looks like that might be a situation where you're moving away from something. Because I feel like you are always kind of on guard. So maybe whatever goes on down here. I don't know if this is... Maybe it's a new situation that is coming out. You're on guard for something. Maybe something that you moved away from, you're still feeling like you have to be on guard about it because almost like where you're, I don't want to say like, not necessarily raw, but you're afraid it's going to happen again. So whatever went on up here that you hurt, you're afraid it's going to happen again. So you're kind of like on guard of that. Like you're not trying to let down your guard. You're trying not to let down your guard because you're afraid it's going to happen. Because you moved away from it, but you're like, okay, could this happen again? What about this Queen of Cups? Queen of Cups for Sagittarius. Well, it looks like with this, there's a lot of teamwork going on, collaboration, trying to build things. Like, you know, like say you're taking the lead in whatever the situation is. But whoever they are representing, they're kind of like following your lead, and you're saying, you know, they're giving you the floor, basically, to hear what you have to say and how you want to handle things. And you're juggling your ideas, and you're trying to figure out how to make it work best. And now, like I said, no, it felt like it could be romantic because of that Nine of Cups energy, but now it just might be a peaceful environment. Just something that's, you know, where you're trying to make things work as best you can without this feeling of, you know, you showing that you're on guard about something. Okay. Let's see. Alright, Sagittarius, let's see what we can find from the Oracle cards. We got Death and Denial. Alright, Death is, I'm learning that, I can read, I just can't see. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings, and denial is, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness, and yeah, don't put your glasses on. Alright, so actually that makes sense, because anything that ends, you had a couple endings, you have a new beginning coming in, you know it always can lead to a new beginning when something ends, painfully or just because it needed to, whatever. And then with denial, I just feel like you have to replace what happened and what made you feel like you have to be on guard with an awareness that you don't always have to feel that way anymore. Just, it's different situations. Everything's a different situation, especially when you got different people involved or, you know, just different situations. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading and it helped out some way. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. You hit the little dingy bell. And I will be seeing you in December, if not for the new moon reading, okay? Take care.